Hey everybody, and welcome to Inside the Big Dynasty League. As always, I'm your host, Mike. With me, as always, is the Stat Man, Petey Cunningham, and the Commish, Clyde Randall Waters. Exciting week this week, gentlemen?
Sure,
why not?
very exciting.
Let's start off this week by looking at last week's Mama Matchup of the Week.
Matchup of the week.
Last week's Matchup of the Week, in case you don't recall, or you didn't watch the show, which is very bad of you, was against Calvin Who and Victoria's Secret. Calvin Who?
Who? Calvin who?
And Victoria's Secret. Stab me. Break down this game for me.
Breaking down this game, I really thought Calvin who. I thought they had the best quarterback in this deal. I thought they had the best running back in this deal. I was proven so crazy wrong in this game. It wasn't even funny. Ben Roethlisberger, back-to-back weeks now of 6 touchdown passes. Unbelievable. I mean, I really don't even know what to... It leaves me speechless.
You are without speech?
I'm without speech about Ben Roethlisberger's play the last 2 weeks. Just dominating. Dominating fools. Just like Victoria's Secret dominated Calvin Hill.
That's true. She beat him. She beat him almost dead.
She beat her husband. You don't hear about that very often.
Yeah, you don't hear a lot of wife beating husband action. No. But she beat him good.
She
pounded him left and right. He went for the 2 players with a 0.
He went for 3.
3 players with a 0. I can count.
We went with 3 players with a 0. We recommend no players with a 0, but if you're going to do it, just do 1. 3 is just overkill. And obviously it didn't work out. Victoria's Secret, though, from top to bottom, very balanced. Got the 45 out of Roethlisberger. Other than that, though, just a lot of 16, 17, 15-point efforts from players. That adds up to a lot of points.
And 99.7% efficiency.
Doesn't get much better than that.
It only gets 0.3% better.
0.3%. That's it.
Versus Calvin Who?
Who?
87.2% efficiency. Commish, you have anything to say?
I'm not surprised at all by this. I picked Victoria's Secret going into this matchup, and I knew that she was going to do all right.
If Calvin Who played their entire lineup, would they have won this match?
If Calvin Who played all of their team, including their bench players by some weird rule, they would have only scored 137.08 points, which would not have been enough to beat the starters of his wife.
Wow.
Her entire team would have scored a total of 202.86 points, which is not important, but...
That would have only beat like 4 or 5 other teams in the league this week.
Yeah.
135. That's bad.
All right. Moving on here, let's go to the San Francisco 69ers, and yes, that is a sex joke, versus Los Pandas Desnudo. Statman, what happened in this one?
What happened in this one? San Francisco 69ers gave Los Pandas Desnudos a 10 spot with the defense. They said, you know what, we're just going to throw the Chargers out there. You never throw out a defense against Ryan Tannehill because he is balling out right now. -10.
Plus a 0 player.
Plus a 0 player. And Los Pandas Desnudos, they had to get the 0 player in there too. They had to get 0 from the Colts against Eli Manning. I mean, Manning and Tannehill, you don't go against them. You don't go. I'm talking about Eli. You don't go against them with your defense, as we're learning. But, Los Pandas Desnudos, 29 from Julian Edelman. Big game. But the 69ers, Antonio Brown, best wide receiver in the NFL this year. I got to say it. The dude has been phenomenal. And he's so fun to watch.
Yes.
So quick, can make explosive plays.
Very upsetting that he's on Pittsburgh.
It really pains me that he is on Pittsburgh, but I love watching the guy play football. He's so great.
Commish, anything to say about this one?
No?
Okay. What about the pickup of Martavis Bryant?
What?
The free agent pickup of Martavis. Yeah.
Sitting on your bench with 19.7 points. That would have maybe let you win the game.
No.
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 What about this trade that I saw last week?
Which trade? There was a couple trades.
Russell Wilson for Ahmad Bradshaw.
And I started Russell Wilson. Andy Dalton still did better.
You can never trust a redhead.
No faith in Andy Dalton to be the fantasy quarterback. I was a little surprised to hear about that one.
Yeah. He scored like 1 point last week.
That's true.
Oh, well.
All right, moving on. Let's go take a look at the FC Acid Kickers versus Rocky Mountain High. Wolfgang United. Statman, break it down.
Rocky Mountain High, this is a team that you do not want to play the rest of this year. Wolfgang United tearing it up. 25 from Ronnie Hillman, taking over the reins there. Emmanuel Sanders. Jimmy Graham, looks like he's kind of back a little bit. 32 points from the kicker and defense combined. That's a good, very high total.
Much better than the -10 we saw earlier.
Yeah, that was just, -4 combined from San Francisco 69ers. But if they still got the win, that's all that matters. So, Wolfgang United, this is a team that they're really putting it all together. I believe they are 3-8 now in the big Dynasty League. So, I think they got to win out probably to have a real playoff shot. But it is possible. It is possible they could run it, go 5-0, and hit the playoffs.
Yeah, I was looking at the power rankings, and Wolfgang United leads the league in games they should have won. They have 5 games this season that they basically should have won based on power rankings. But they didn't.
Shouldn't get high. Should set the right lineup is basically the lesson that we're...
Can we talk about the San Francisco 49ers?
Yeah.
They suck.
They are...
They're terrible. Or as that fat black guy from the NBA says, terrible.
I still think they're not that...
What? What's his face? With the horrible golf swing?
Charles Barkley.
Yeah, terrible. That's terrible.
Terrible.
For God's name!
Oh, I forgot his name. It's Charles Barkley, man.
I don't
Charles
care.
Barkley.
It's
Space Jam.
I'm out of the
Jordan,
rebound.
man.
He was in there too.
Yeah, for like 2 seconds. Yeah.
Anyway,
Anyways, I
the
just wanted to bring it
49ers.
up because I like seeing Colin Kaepernick suck.
they were... Boy, that was just a brutal way to lose a football game. I mean, I thought there was no video to prove it, but it looked like he got over. But there's just no evidence to support that. So, I wasn't sad to see him lose. But, tough break. Tough break.
Oh, well.
All right, our next matchup here. Get off me!
Get off me!
Versus Wayne Enterprises. Stabman. Break down your glorious victory.
I'm not going to lie. I was absolutely freaking terrified about, 3:30, 4 o'clock. I was just... Ryan Tannehill went off for 37 points. I did not see that coming. Tannehill's been playing really well lately. Jeremy Hill for 29. Mark Ingram 24. I mean, he had 3 players total almost over 90 points. I thought I was just doomed. And no, team rallied back. Came back strong. Mike Evans, 31. He's turned it look like a good pick. Jeremy Maclin just told me he does. Another 30. Tom Brady, thank you so much for Tom Brady.
Yeah.
You don't got to give me a Christmas card or anything. That was good enough. Now Nick Foles is out for, it feels like the rest of the year. Tom Brady is my savior in this league.
He's on bye this week, right?
He's on bye this week, so it's the Joe Flacco show. I can't believe I'm actually going to play Joe Flacco in a fantasy football game. Very conflicted. Anyway, good win.
All right, Kamish, anything on this one?
Nope.
Okay. Moving on, we got Hernandez's Pistol Office versus the Ricky Bobby team.
Woo!
Stabman.
This game, we had a discount double up in this game. Oh! The Ricky Bobby team. Andrew Luck laid a smackdown on the Pistol Offense, which they didn't even... I don't even think they had... Did they have a single player on their bench not on bye? I don't know. I don't have the in
They
front
had
of me.
3 players not on bye.
They had 3 players not on bye.
Yes.
Yeah.
2 of which scored more points than the players they started in their place.
But they had what, 5 starters on? They had Forte, Cobb, Nelson, Martellus Bennett, Roddy White, all.
Listen, they had 6 or 7 if I can count. 6.
6 players on bye. I think they started 5 of them. Not a recipe for success there. So, thought the Ricky Bobby team had a shot in this one. I can't remember if did we pick Ricky Bobby team?
We did.
I think we did in a sweep.
We did.
I'm looking. Looks like we did.
Everybody cleans. 6 people made their picks. Y'all need to get your picks in.
And
6
people
is
knew
6 is unacceptable.
Hernandez's Pistol Offense would get pistol whipped this week.
Ricky Bobby team showed up, got the win.
Discount double up.
I believe the Ricky Bobby team is now 5-6 on the year. Still in the playoff hunt. Strongly in the playoff hunt here.
Taking one of the worst teams we had last year, making them very respectable.
Yep.
All right, next up, we got a sad game. I came in like a Monte ball.
I came in like a Monte ball.
Versus the bench dogs. Statman.
Story of the game is quarterback play. Phillip Rivers. Philly Rivers, whatever you call him. -5 points.
My boy.
How much did that hurt?
He let me down big time.
He didn't even have a pick 6 and he went -5.
I don't know what
Carson Palmer had a touchdown. He said interception thrown for a touchdown.
Oh.
Carson Palmer. And another interception. And 2 sacks. And he still scored 19 points.
Wow.
Where? Poor Phillip Rivers.
Alfred Morris.
Yeah,
Big day. Rob Gronkowski. It was nice to see Torrey Smith catch a touchdown.
It was nice to see Torrey Smith do something. I'll tell you that much. But, yeah, Phillip Rivers... I didn't look back to confirm this for sure, but I think this is the first time he hasn't gotten me at least 20 in almost 2 years.
Wow.
And, man, did he suck.
When he decided to go bad, he was going to go bad. He just got less than 22 weeks ago.
Oh, did he?
And week 1.
So week 1.
Oh, okay.
Week 7.
Less than 15.
I said I didn't confirm it. I just made it up. Just to be clear. I was very clear that I made it up.
All you gotta do is change it to less than 15.
Less than 15. Right. That's an edit right there. Boom.
Phillip Rivers could have been
just edit that out later.
Phillip Rivers could have been on 5 this week, and he would have done better.
No, he would have.
You would have been better off pulling a Hernandez pistol offense and not even starting a quarterback.
Johnny Manziel would have been better. It was awful. I watched some of the game, and man, it looked as bad as the score says. They looked terrible. Oh, just awful.
Oh. Man.
Anyway, congratulations, Monte Ball. I gave you that one. You certainly didn't try to win with -2 from your defense and 0.9 from your running back. But man, those -5 points, that hurts. If you think about it, what would you say the average quarterback is projected to get, or you would estimate your quarterback to get would be 15?
Sure.
So that's really a -20. Because, if he hasn't gotten me less than 15 all year, that's -20 right there.
You lost by what? 26?
Yeah.
26.3?
Realistically, if he plays his normal game, I win.
Yep.
Man. Oh, it was awful. What can you do? You got to play your studs, even if your studs have bad games.
You have to. You have to.
Moving on, let's take a look at our awards. Speaking.
Oh, man.
Of the lovely Phillip Rivers. My boy, he is winning our Hershey Milk Dud of the Week, which, as you all know, goes to the player who just sticks in your teeth and is just a dud. Just awful. And that one goes to...
Really?
Phillip Rivers.
Hold on, it goes to Phillip Rivers.
With his,
Olsen.
-5 points, 1 points, 3 sacks, 3 interceptions, and a lost fumble.
Week to forget. It's okay.
Yep.
Just move on.
We're moving on. You got the bye week this week to rest and figure out what
The question is, are you concerned about his injury?
No, I don't think so. He's Phillip Rivers, man. He'll throw it with his teeth if he has to. Ha! Moving on. We got the Ram Pick of the Week. Commish, who got this one this week?
Surprisingly, this one goes out to Brian Hoyer, starting QB for the Browns. He's on Wolfgang United.
Rocky Mountain High.
And put up 17.9 points with his pickup.
Brian Hoyer is just a leader. He's just a winner. Wolfgang United started him. Big week. I started him in 2 leagues. I won both. There's something about Brian Hoyer that he just brings that leadership, those intangibles. It sure as hell ain't the tangibles that he brings. So it's got to be the intangibles.
It kills me that he plays for Cleveland. if he played for any other team, I think I'd be really behind Brian Hoyer. Because, he's not good athletically.
Yeah, he's definitely not good.
But he's just a winner. And he goes up there and he puts the team out there and gets him to win.
Puts the team on his back.
Dude.
Now they're playing on Thursday night this week against the Bengals.
Yeah.
Should be a loss for him this week, hopefully.
I think Brian Hoyer's winning is going to come to an end this week.
Next up, we got the Jones Soda Whoop Ass Energy Drink Whoop Ass Award. And that one, Statman is going to...
Victoria's Secret beating her husband.
Yeah.
Boom. Domestic violence.
Smacking him down. Beating him by 69 points. No meaning to that number.
It's not a sex joke.
Not a sex joke. Beat him by 69 points with the 3 zeros from Calvin Who.
Who?
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 Every starter over 7.9 points. 7 of the 10 above 15 points. And just a little random tidbit. This is the first time this year, so we just finished week 9. This is the first time this year that the team that scored the most points was not Wayne Enterprises, Hernandez's Pistol Offense, or San Francisco 69ers. Those 3 teams have led it all 8 weeks until now. The defending champ coming on strong.
Boom. Coming up strong towards the end,
I said
man.
a couple weeks ago that she's hitting a turnaround and she's about to turn it on right here.
It's all about quarterback play for Victoria's Secret.
Yeah.
Roethlisberger, when he's winging it like that, he's whipping it out there and just
slapping it under the end zone like that. Whether they want it or not. He's just forcing it on them over and over again.
I'm sure the Ravens did not consent to any of those touchdowns.
No, they did not consent. And Eli Manning has that no more commercial, Ben Roethlisberger. No more.
No more. Did you notice they didn't have Ben
No,
Roethlisberger?
no. They don't have Ben Roethlisberger on the no more campaign. Moving on, we got the Poopery Poo-Poo Team of the Week. And that one is going out to our good friend, the Hernandez Pistol Offense, with their 76-point stinker. Mind you, it is written in the script. Stinker.
Stinker.
With an exclamation point.
Stinker. Second lowest score of the season.
For the league.
For the league.
You have the first lowest.
That's right.
Week 2. 6 points.
Hey, that's not this week, though. He's the Poo-Poo Team of the Week. Man, that was awful, wasn't it?
Awful.
Yeah.
Let's see.
That knocked him out of the top spot in the power rankings.
Oh, snap.
This now, the Niners are now in the top spot in the
69ers.
power rankings.
69ers? San Francisco 69ers.
Yeah.
That's a sex joke. All right. Moving on, we got the Cialis Team of the week that had the biggest comeback, and that would be I Came In Like a Monte Ball.
I came in like a Monte Ball.
Destroying me.
The word is demolished.
I'm sorry. Go ahead and you read it then.
What?
Go ahead and read it.
Let's see.
It's
Monte Ball in week 8 lost by 50 points to her bro, Statman. And then in week 9, this past week, came in and demolished the bench dogs by 25.
Just like a wrecking ball.
Yeah.
Just crashing down on Phillip Rivers.
Yeah.
all right. Now the Dave Lapham Surprise Player of the Week.
Balls out. Balls out.
Woo, sexy.
Oh,
Base rate.
Base rate.
Base rate.
Bam!
Coffin nails.
Ooh, baby. Oh, my favorite man. Man, I love that announcer. This week's award goes to Jeremy Hill. Who dey?
Jeremy
Owned by
Hill.
Get Off Me.
Get off me.
29.3 points and 2 touchdowns.
2 touchdowns.
2 touchdowns, had the 60-yarder. Broke it out. I think Jeremy Hill's going to be I think Bernard is out this week. Hill's going to be the starter again. Jeremy Hill looks really, really good. I was a huge fan of Carlos Hyde, still am. But, you can't fault the Bengals for going Jeremy Hill. He has looked like the real deal so far.
Yeah, he is looking awesome this year. So that is all of our awards for this week. So you guys might not have noticed this, but we drink Coca-Cola almost every show. And this week we have Christmas Coca-Cola.
Oh, Santa.
Which leads me to believe we're getting close to the trade deadline.
It is coming up.
I base all my deadlines based on what Coke cans are out at the time. And the Christmas Coke reminds me of the trade deadline. How far away is that, Commissioner?
Trade deadline, if you look at the league calendar, falls on Wednesday, November 19th at noon.
Which is just a mere 2 weeks away?
2 weeks.
2 weeks.
2 weeks away. So 2 weeks to get any trades in, any finagling you want to do with other players' teams.
Last minute improvements. Or if you're in rebuilding mode and planning for next year, maybe get a
couple of rookies for some stars to help someone make a push-off for the playoffs.
Yeah. I'm open to anything.
Okay. So, yeah, 2 weeks, everybody. Remember, November 19th at 12 p.m. Eastern Time.
Get those trades in.
Get the trades in by then. And that's what Coca-Cola reminds me of.
Whoa.
We don't have an interview this week, unfortunately. We were going to be going live via satellite to the Victoria's Secret headquarters, but the satellites went down. Solar flare or something. Knocked them out.
Technology.
Yeah.
So great in one moment, and then it bites you in the ass the next moment. Just that's how technology works.
You're telling me.
It's ridiculous.
All right, so that's going to take us into this week's Mama Matchup of the Week.
Mama Matchup of the Week.
This week is possibly one of the biggest matchups of the week we've had in week's history. This week, we got Hernandez's Pistol Offense versus Wayne Enterprises. Commissioner, we're going to save the stat man for later. What do you think?
Well, let me pull this up here. Currently, Statman is projected favorite by 2 points. It's the wrong week. Which week are we? Week 10, right?
Yep.
Week 7, I would have been favored by 2 points. I'm just kidding.
Yeah, no. 2 points. 159.6 to 157 right now. And, looks like Hernandez Pistol Offense is getting most of their lineup back. They got the receiving quarterback. Do you have anybody on bye this week?
I have Thomas Brady on bye.
Oh,
Cordell Patterson.
Joe Flacco. But Hernandez Pistol Offense is starting Cam Newton. Only projected to get 10 points.
Only projected to get 10 points. There's no way he gets only 10 points. He's going for a minimum of 15.
Let's look at what he's been
10
doing.
points.
Who's he playing?
The Eagles. Got a good defense, but
Well, let's
10
see.
points is just
Last
ludicrous.
week he did 12. Week before that he had 6.
Here's hoping he gets 6. Ain't gonna happen though.
I mean, look at this. He's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 games so far this season where he's 15 points or less.
Why did Hernandez's Pistol Offense get rid of Russell Wilson?
I don't know.
To make Cam Newton
I don't know.
their starting quarterback.
But I'm okay with it.
Their other quarterbacks
Worked out so well for you this week.
Their other quarterbacks are Austin Davis and Ryan Fitzpatrick.
Right. I don't know. I threw the
It's a
trade out
head-scratcher.
there. We kind of
It's a
discussed
head-scratcher.
things. And he was in that much need of a running back.
I mean, we'll see what happens. I don't know. He gets Ahmad Bradshaw, and Ahmad Bradshaw is on bye this week. So thank you for making that trade. I love it.
Commish, who you taking in this one?
I'm going Wayne Enterprises.
Wayne Enterprises. All right. Statman, who you going with?
I'm going with I gotta go with Hernandez's Pistol Offense.
Going against yourself.
I have to. The Green Bay Packers are a machine. Jordy Nelson, Randall Cobb, Matt Forte is also in that game. My only hope is that the Packers shut down Matt Forte, that Cam Newton does not have a good game, that he stays below 20 points. And he's got Steve Smith. I got Joe Flacco. So hopefully he throws to Torrey Smith a lot. Not Steve Smith. But not really liking my chances in this one. So I'm going with Hernandez's Pistol Offense.
Well, I was going to go Wayne Enterprises, but since you don't even think you can win, I'm not sure now. But Hernandez's Pistol Offense is starting Cam Newton. I think he's going to do terrible this week. I'm going to stick with Wayne Enterprises. I have more confidence in you than you do, apparently.
Well, thank you.
Moving on, let's break down the rest of this week's games in our fantasy pool picks. Don't forget to get your picks in by Thursday. We got the San Francisco 69ers at Calvin. Who?
Calvin who?
Statman, break it down.
So we got 69ers, the dominant team in the league. They regained the throne from Hernando's pistol offense, even though you just got to throw that week out for them. But Pierre Garçon on bye, Arian Foster on bye. Gonna kind of hurt the 69ers in this one. Starting Blakey Bortles is starting. Calvin Who's got Peyton Manning. I still got to go with the 69ers. Even though Arian Foster has been the top 3 running back this year, I just don't think Calvin Who has the firepower to match up against them. Got to stick with the favorites.
Foster's on bye this week?
Foster's on bye.
He is also hurt, though. So who knows if he'll be back after the
So is he hurt or is he on bye?
He's both. He's hurt on bye.
He's hurt on bye?
Mm-hmm.
He gets the rest up.
He wasn't hurt by a bye.
Perfect timing for the 69ers.
Wow.
I mean, he already went like 3 games longer than I thought he would go before he got hurt. So, Kamish, who do you got?
Well, this is a tough call. I mean, I think early on it does look like Calvin Who's going to have the upper hand in this matchup. But the 69ers, they put up points out of nowhere. I mean, I know. I've played them twice, and points just come, and they just keep coming, and they just keep coming everywhere.
Just all over you.
All over you. Yeah. Anyways, but I think the real weak spot on the Niners is their tight end play.
They got to start Gavin Escobar.
69ers and their tight end play really stop the points from just coming out of nowhere, falling all over you.
Gavin Escobar? Who else they got tight end? They got Gavin Escobar starting?
Yeah, last week he put up 0 points.
Keep saying Escobar.
I don't believe they have any other tight ends.
That might be a team that is looking for a trade.
I have 3 tight ends.
They're big ones, too. So you take it to Calvin Who or the 69ers? And yes, that's a sex joke.
With Arian Foster being out and the tight end situation, I'm going to have to go Calvin Who.
I'm going Calvin Who as well. I believe in my brother. After getting beat so badly by his wife this week, I think he's going to bounce back pretty good. Next up, we have Los Pandas Desnudo versus the FC Acid Kickers. Statman, talk about this one for a little bit, and then tell me who you think's going to win. That's what we do in this segment.
All right. Russell Wilson playing at home against the Giants. Think he'll have a pretty good day. Think you can expect 25 or so from him. Denard Robinson probably have a pretty good day. Playing over in London, though. A little bit different.
Oh, cheerio.
Cheerio.
Tea and crumpets. I don't know anything about Britain.
I don't know.
We fought a war, so we have to deal with them, and the NFL keeps making me have to deal with them. I'm very upset about it.
What do they call cigarettes over there?
Fags.
Anyway, FC Acid Kickers has 3 49ers players all playing at the Saints. I expect a high-scoring game, so I think Colin Kaepernick will have a big day. Frank Gore be solid. Bolden probably 15, 18 points. Deshaun Jackson on bye. That's going to hurt a little bit. But overall, I gotta go. I'm going with FC Acid Kickers in this one. I think Kaepernick will have a good day.
Kamish, who you going with, my friend?
Well, my team is so wishy-washy.
Wishy-washy.
But, I feel like I got some good play coming my way. I'm getting Golden Tate back off the bye. I think Russell Wilson's going to bounce back after last week.
Bounce with me.
I need to get somebody to get in there and fill in my Colts defense since they're on bye this week.
Get in there and just fill up your defense.
Yeah. There's this quote in the paper here from me, apparently. It says, bad calls even out over the course of the season.
Okay, there you go.
And
I think you need to get some tissues.
The Acid Kickers coach said, there's no love lost between these two teams.
Oh, snap.
Anyways, I'm just going to throw out there that currently all-time the Los Pandas Destinados versus the Aztec Kickers. Los Pandas Destinados are 3-0.
Wow.
They are my only win this season, and I'm about to go to 2-10 on the year.
All right, I'm taking Los Pandas Desnudo as well. I feel like he has this team just marked on his calendar. This is what he focuses on. The whole season is on these 2 games. Next up, we got Victoria's Secret versus Wolfgang United. Rocky Mountain High. Statman.
Great matchup here. I am really excited about this matchup.
How excited? If you had to give a numerical value to it.
I would say on a scale of 1 to 17, I'm about a 14.6.
Whoa.
Yeah.
That seems pretty awesome.
Over 14. 2 teams that have really been coming on lately. Wolfgang United, a lot of points last week. Victoria's Secret, a lot of points. I think this could be a very high-scoring matchup. Buys affecting this one a little bit. T.Y. Hilton on bye for Wolfgang. Victoria's Secret counters out Reggie Wayne on bye with Shane Vereen, Greg Jennings, Brandon LaFell. So buys affecting this one a little bit. Victoria's Secret has been playing great, but I've got to go with Wolfgang United getting the win. I think this team is really looking good. I think they're going to get it done.
All right, Kamish.
Well, it's another tough call here. There's some concerning buys this week for Victoria's Secret. And I don't know what she's going to do to fill those.
Who's on bye?
So he's got 3 wide receivers on bye.
Yeah.
Jericho Cotchery is the only starter from last week that's not on bye. Just to
Greg
tell you how
Jennings,
dire her wide receiver situation is.
Greg Jennings, Brandon LaFell, and Reggie Wayne. Now, she will be getting Brandon Marshall back, but she's using Gronk as well. Yeah. I've been behind Victoria's Secret all season so far, but I think Wolfgang is going to have the edge in this one. Victoria's Secret is 2-1 all time against Wolfgang, but I think it's about to go 2-2.
All right, I'm going Wolfgang United as well. I think the buys are going to just be too much. Next up, we got Get Off Me.
Get off me.
Get off me!
Versus I Came In Like a Monte Ball.
I came in like a Monte ball.
All right. Stab me. Break it down.
Breaking this one down, I think I came in like a Monte ball is in a little bit of trouble in this matchup. Get Off Me has Jarek McKinnon on bye, Brandon Oliver on bye. We're going to remember if it's Aaron or Brandon. Brandon Oliver on bye. But Get Off Me, I like Jeremy Hill. It's going to be the feature back. Mark Ingram, I think he'll have another big day. Tannehill's been dynamite. Going up against that Lions defense, though, I don't think you can expect 30-plus out of him. But still, maybe low to mid-20s. But Kelvin Benjamin, Dez Bryant. I just think Get Off Me, too many weapons. I came in like a Monte ball, not enough to get it done, even though I believe she gets Aaron Rodgers back. Going with Get Off Me in this one.
Kamish.
Get Off Me is 3-1 all time versus Monte Ball. I think they're pretty upset about that loss earlier this season to them. So I'm saying Get Off Me is bringing in a win. But I would say they're probably going to pull ahead. It's going to be late Sunday night, maybe Monday night before they take the lead and finish this game out.
All right, as they say, it all comes down to Monday night. I'm taking Get Off Me as well. I just think he has a better team and will score more points this week than she will.
Score more points.
Usually leads to a win.
Hold on.
Yes.
What?
If your team scores more points than the team you're playing, typically you'll be able to pull off a win in that scenario.
I thought we were playing golf rules.
Most of the time.
No.
That's why I'm 1-10.
Yeah, dude. You want to score more points than them.
Oh.
We should have told him that golf thing was a joke. Oh, well.
I just figured he knew.
Who knows? Last but not least, we have the Bench Dogs versus the Ricky Bobby team. Statman. Talk about this one.
The Bench Dogs against the Ricky Bobby team. This is bye week hell part 2 right here. The Ricky Bobby team with 6 players on bye. The Bench Dogs with a minimum of 5. I don't even see the bench players, but a minimum of 5 on bye. The Ricky Bobby team, here's all you need to know about this one. Kyle Orton is going to be starting this one for the Ricky Bobby team. Normally they've been going with Andrew Luck, and he's been awesome. But now it's Kyle Orton.
Who are the bench dogs going to start?
That's a very good question.
Philip Rivers out, and you got what? Johnny Manziel's backup.
I got Rivers and Griffin the third.
Oh yeah.
But he's also on bye, so that's not good. And I got Johnny Manziel, who doesn't play.
So
quarterback is looking a little questionable this week.
We might have a pickup here for the bench dogs.
I just love the matchup scoring graph prediction for this. You guys start off Thursday night on par, and then Ricky Bobby. Let me show you. People. I don't have a fancy thing yet set up. I'm going to do this the old-fashioned way here. Say, okay, so.
I can't see that.
Yes, I can. Look, right there. So, you can see right here, the yellow line.
Oh my God.
That's Ricky Bobby. The blue line's the bench dog. And it just starts off, woo, for Ricky Bobby.
One is like a, yes. Yeah. One goes way up and one does not go way up. You want to be the one that goes way up, is all I'm going to say.
Your projected points are now 52.
I haven't tweaked anything. I haven't set a lineup.
You still got 5 players on bye right now in that starting line. He's got half of a starting
I
lineup
haven't
right now.
played with nothing yet. When I play with it, it gets up a lot higher.
Just so you know, you are 2-0 all time against Ricky Bobby.
Exactly.
So I'm going with Ricky Bobby.
All right, Kamish. We're going with Ricky Bobby. Who you go with officially? Say it.
Gosh, I don't want to go with Kyle Orton. I really don't. But
Dude,
I got to go with the
Orton's
Ricky
been a
Bobby
beast
team.
the last 4 weeks.
I got to go with the Ricky Bobby team.
I've taken the Ricky Bobby team the last 2 weeks, and I've been right. I'm not taking them this week. I'm going bench dogs because I always pick myself.
1, 2, 3. Which week is this? Is week 10?
Yeah, week 10.
So you got 1, 2, 3, 4. So you got 6 players on bye. You know what? Changing it up. I'm going bench dogs.
Woo! Yeah!
I'm going bench dogs. Changing my pick. My picks. I just saved my picks. I'm going to redo them.
I'm behind the Ricky Bobby team.
It's all right. Bench dogs all the way. All right. So those are our picks for the week. Let's see. Don't forget, we got 2 weeks until the trade deadline.
Get the trades done.
That's November 19th, correct? At noon.
November 19th, 12 p.m.
Wednesday, November 19th, 2014, AD, not BC, by noon, Eastern Time. Don't forget,
by noon.
We fell back an hour last weekend, so take that into consideration. Gets dark at noon now.
Freaking messing with the clocks. Why
I
don't they
hate this, man.
Just cut in the middle. Just adjust by a half an hour, and we'll call it a day. And
we spring forward. And we never look back.
Or I'm fine with that too. Why do we gotta mess with this clock thing twice a year?
It is dark at noon now, and it drives me crazy.
It's ridiculous.
The sun's out for all of 20 minutes. It's awful. Anything else to talk about?
Get me worked up now.
I know. Sorry.
Make your picks. We had 6 teams make it. The bench dogs running away with the picks this year. They're tearing it up. So make your picks. Hit us up on Twitter at @big_dynasty. And any comments, whatever. If you got any questions for us, tweet them at us. Tweet us. I don't know. I don't really got anything else.
I think that's it. Unless anyone got something funny to say that in the show on a high note. Otherwise, we'll just putter out after we run out of things to talk about.
I did start putting together a list of the weekly awards so we can go through and get some stats behind those.
I'll maybe put them up at BigDynastyLeague.com.
Yeah, BigDynastyLeague.com.
.com. It's .net.
It's .com.
It's .com. It's a great website filled with all the sorts of league information. We're working on getting it even better. By us, I mean him. I'm not doing anything.
I haven't touched it all this season.
But hey, it's there.
One day.
Anyway, get your picks in. Set your lineups. Trade deadline 2 weeks. Everybody, have a great weekend.
Good luck your teams, and who day? Got a good
Who
little
day?
shout out for Thursday.
Who day?
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 Who day?